I woke up this morning and I was immediately hit with cravings for sweets. Craving sweets isn't uncommon for me, but craving them first thing in the morning is uncommon. Typically cravings won't start till like midday, generally not even till nighttime. So when I wake up first thing in the morning with cravings, it's like, whoa, what's going on? This is gonna be a bad day. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna eat something sweet. So I went into the kitchen and we've got lots of ice cream sandwiches. So I had an ice cream sandwich and I put some peanut butter on it, and then that wasn't enough to satisfy me. So I had another ice cream sandwich and I put more peanut butter on it, and it was friggin' delicious. So none of this is filmed because I wasn't planning on even making a video about it, because I was like, oh, maybe it'll just be like a really bad day. I started off bad, fuck it. And I was like, wait, no, that's not what we do. It's not too late to recover and still have a good day. So it just goes to show that even once you move away from like the all or nothing mindset, you can still sometimes fall into it a little bit. Cause like I said, I'll still catch myself being in these types of situations thinking like, oh, well, I ate this, now the day's ruined. I'm like, wait. No. If you dropped your phone on the ground and it got a crack in it, would you be like, oh, there's a crack in it, I'm gonna just keep smashing it and make it worse? No, you would pick it up, do your best to protect it and move on. So that's what you would do with your nutrition as well. Just cause you've kind of slipped up and made a mistake or whatever doesn't mean the day is ruined. So what I did was tracked. I took out my Fitness Pal and I estimated the peanut butter. Obviously I know that I had 2 ice cream sandwiches, so that's not hard to guess. But the peanut butter is a little bit more challenging, especially if you're not someone who tracks as often. So I estimated 55 grams. Now again, because I'm used to tracking in grams, that makes a lot of sense to me, because typically I would have anywhere from like 30 to 40 grams if I planned and measured it out. So 55 grams seemed like a good, safe amount. It's very easy, even for me, to estimate peanut butter wrong, because actual portion sizes of peanut butter are pretty darn small. Like when it says a tablespoon, that's actually it's 15 grams. If you measure that out and look at it, that's actually really small. So I'm thinking 55 should be pretty much on point, maybe slightly above, probably not underestimating though. So yeah, that's what I did. I just took out my Fitness Pal, put in what I knew I ate, estimated what I think I ate, and then we've got that tracked in, and now I can just plan the rest of my day accordingly. So that's actually 700 calories so far, which is not a big deal. So now I'm just gonna show you what I did next. Because that is 700 calories of peanut butter and sugary carbs, now I have to plan and make sure I'm eating a lot more protein and veggies the rest of the day. So here you can see my meal 2. That's not gonna be the full meal. I've just kind of like spaced stuff out so it's like clear in my head, but I always have a green powder drink thing. So I put that in, and then I know I'm going to have some eggs, a cup of egg whites, really bump up the protein there. Obviously some veggies and some pepper. Now I might add more to that meal when I go to eat it, but for now I'm just laying out like the basics, like the essentials. So then I'm having a protein shake later on in the afternoon probably, and then at night, or not at night, but shortly after that, I'll have some tuna with some more veggies. I put an egg white or half a cup of egg whites in there. I don't know if that's actually what I'm going to have. Today's a fairly busy day though, so I feel like the rest of my eating's probably gonna just be kind of boring and repetitive like this. But that might end up being swapped out for like some Greek yogurt and fruit if I'm really like feeling something kinda a little more fun-ish. So yeah, so then what we see there is we go, and that shows me that I'm at 133 protein, so that's good. And then the fiber's only at 13, so I do want to bump that up a little bit more because that's a little bit low. I wanna try to get that at least like 10 grams higher. so I can add a little bit more broccoli. Maybe I will have like some sort of other carb. But yeah, that's basically it. So if you have slipped up during the day, I mean, it's kind of convenient when it's first thing in the morning because then you got a lot of room to play with. But even if you do it halfway through the day and you don't have a lot of calorie wiggle room, that's okay. Still just get right back on. So even if it does end up putting you over what you typically would hit, that's still better than just being like, oh, well, too bad, the day's ruined, I'm just gonna eat like crazy. It's still better to do a little something and stay somewhat on track rather than go like way over. Because I know for me, if I'm just like freely eating everything in sight, I'll probably eat like 3,500 plus calories because like I said, peanut butter, that's like my like go-to, my thing I like really lose control over. So if I were to just keep eating like lots of peanut butter all day, that can add up really damn fast. So by stepping back and tracking it and then just like reflecting and just getting back on, even if I had already been like halfway through the day, say I had already eaten 1,400 calories of my regular types of food and then fell off and put myself even like in a bit of a surplus, it wouldn't mean that I would need to continue that. So say I wanted to eat 1,800 calories and I'm like, damn it, I ate some extra stuff, now I'm at 2,100. It wouldn't mean that the day's ruined, it just means I went a little bit over, but that's better than going thousands over. So yeah, I think it's just really important to understand that it's a lifestyle. So if you picture this over the long term, obviously some days you're gonna have slip ups. So because I look at it that way, I'm not looking at this as like, oh, this is like a 4-week, 6-week, 8-week, whatever. This is an 8-week intense thing. Oh no, I messed this day up. It's like, no, I'm just like, this is my life here. So naturally there's gonna be some days where this happens. Like I'm PMSing right now, I have a little bit more cravings. So it's like, okay, well, doing this is really an improvement because I think some months when I'm PMSing, I'll completely lose control. So that's another thing I like to encourage people, that sometimes progress is even just doing less slipping up. So rather than being like, no, I'm not gonna slip up at all, I'm gonna eat perfect, even just eating less of a slip up. So instead of eating 5 ice cream sandwiches and like half the tub of peanut butter, I did like 2 ice cream sandwiches and a more reasonable portion size of peanut butter. And like, that's just kind of an example. So again, you don't have to go from like a disaster to perfect. It's just a disaster to a little bit more in control. So I hope that kind of helps put things into perspective for you guys. It's just so important to move away from that all or nothing mentality, because that's just what, it ruins everybody. If you have that mentality, it just makes things very, very, very hard to maintain or even to achieve your goals because it's unrealistic. So yeah, remember that if you slip up, you can always get back on, even if you feel you've really slipped up more than I just described. So I hope this helps you guys out a little bit. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Happy ice cream sandwiches! Ice cream sandwiches!